let's talk a little bit more about equivalent ratios, okay? So I told you I was going to teach you a little shortcut to determine if two ratios are equivalent or not. So let's start with these two, okay? Let's start with 2, the ratio of 2 to 3, and the ratio of 4 to 9, okay? So the best way to do this, my strategy that I use, is I rewrite both of these ratios as their values, as a fraction. So I'm going to write 2/3, I'm going to write 4/9, okay? And then what we're going to do is we're going to do a little cross product multiplication. So I'm going to look diagonal. I'm going to multiply these two numbers. And I'm going to start at the bottom and multiply up. 3 times 4 is 12. Then I'm going to come over here, multiply this way. 9 times 2 is 18. 18 is not equal to 12. So these are not equivalent ratios. These are not equivalent ratios. All you have to do is multiply the denominator times the numerator this way, and then the denominator times the numerator this way, and compare the products, compare the answers. Let's try another example. Let's talk about the ratios of 3/8, or 3 to 8, and 9 to 24. So I'm going to rewrite these as a fraction, as its value. All right, I'm going to multiply this way. Let's use a different color. I'm going to multiply that 8 times the 9. I get 72. I'm going to multiply 24 times 3. 24 times 3 is also 72. So looking at these two products, they are equal. So these are equivalent ratios. So these are equivalent ratios. So when the cross products are equal, so are the fractions, so are the ratios. So let's try one more example. Let's take a look at the ratios of, let's see, 6 to 10 and 12 to 20. Let's see if these are going to be equivalent or not equivalent. I'm going to rewrite them as a fraction. Okay, and then I'm going to multiply across. So 10 times 12 is 120. 6 times 20, 6 times 2 is 12, and we're going to add that 0, 120. So look and see, we're going to compare the products. 120 is equal to 120, so these are equivalent. These are equivalent ratios, okay? So on today's work, you're going to determine whether or not two given ratios are equivalent or not equivalent to each other.